Hey y'all, you already know we back for part 4, but before we get back into the mess, just know if you need to get approved for any cars, apartments, loans, credit cards, all that good shit, hit me up on Second Chance Approvals by Ming. Alright y'all, let's get back into the tea. So then he started getting mad because I kept saying I was coming back, and I was coming back. Like, I was coming back. One thing about me and my family is our vacations is always so discombobulated because we will get up and go. Like, I'm talking about, like, right now we could literally decide to get up and go on vacation tomorrow and do that shit. Like, so nothing be planned. No itinerary of any sort. We could just be like, oh, we going to Disney World. Come on, y'all want to go to Disney World? We just did that. They just said that. Y'all want to go to Disney World? I ain't gonna say when they said, but literally in like 2 weeks, like, y'all want to go to Disney World? And everybody like, yeah. So I don't know, we going to see if we go or not. Usually we do go, but I don't know. So basically he had got mad because I was saying that, how you going to tell me stop putting thumbs up and hearts on your messages and shit? Last time I did that to you, you said don't ever fucking do that again, yo, but you keep doing it to me. Stop playing with me. Oh, so this was a voice message because he got mad because he had ended up putting the little thumbs up thing on my message, but he used to always get mad when I do that. Like, if I used to respond to him like that, like putting like a little reaction thing on his message, he would get mad, but then turned around and did it to me. That's why I sent that voice message. But I don't know, we were just talking. We not talking about nothing, yo. It's just a lot of texting. Like, we just talking, telling me he missed me. He asked me to get him something. This was really like the only thing he ever asked me for, and it was something for, I can't tell you what it was, but it was something, and I ended up getting it, but then he ended up not getting it because whatever happened, they ended up refunding me and not sending the shit. I don't know what happened, but that was like really like the only thing he ever asked me for or whatever, and that was my nigga. So yeah, if you ask me for something, I'm gonna get it. Like, and I hope that when I ask you for something, you get it for me. Like, fuck. So that was that or whatever. So we just talking. We just talking. So he's sending me a video of him in the masjid and stuff like that. We just was talking, y'all. Talking about nothing. We used to text a lot. Like, we really used to text a lot. Yo, I'm cracking up looking at this message because I forgot all about this, yo. This nigga told me he was yo, this shit is sad. Basically, I got a lot of chopping and screwing and editing to do with these videos, but this nigga told me that he was, while I was going in Florida, he told me that he was going, like, catching a plane and going to Houston or whatever. This is literally what he told me. Who lies about stuff like that? He told me, he said, no, hold up. So he ends up texting me later on that, like, this was after we was on the phone. He was telling me he was going to Houston, all this other cool shit. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, okay. So he like, you good? He like, why the fuck he's texting me? I'm about to screenshot this. This nigga tells me he slept the whole plane ride. Y'all, he was never on a plane. He was never on a fucking plane. He never caught a plane to Houston, y'all. Like, who lies about stuff like that? So mind you, I think this was probably one of the days that I was calling him where he would be texting me back real slow or something. The nigga really told me he was going to Houston, and he's on a plane going to sleep. I mean, fell asleep on the plane the whole time. Who lies about stuff like that? Like, you're a weirdo. Like, a weirdo. But like I said, this stuff is just, I forgot all about this. So it's like, it's so much shit he a lie about. And it be like, what? Like, what? So back to before that or whatever, the day that I was, because remember, I'm reading Instagram messages too. So before that, the day that I was like sending him all them voice messages, like, you got me fucked up, like, why you keep not answering the phone, he wrote me and was like, when I get my phone back, I'ma call you, shaking my head. I left my phone at my aunt's house. I'm mad as shit, shaking my head, because she get off at 2, shaking my head. She went to work yesterday at 9 last night. I said, oh, okay, I ain't know that. I already text your phone earlier chewing you because you wasn't answering. He said, screenshot it so I could see. Well, maybe he wasn't lying about this. I don't know. Maybe this probably was one of the few things he didn't lie about. So he like screenshot it so I could see. He said, or you better unsend that shit because if I see it, I'm gonna be mad. So I sent it to him. He called me weird. He called me weird because I was like, I don't care, because why would you not tell me you left your phone somewhere knowing I was going to be calling? So he said, you weird. So I said, no, you weird. So basically we was talking, and that's when I said I wanted to go on another date, and he was like, when you get back, blah blah blah. And so then I think like a couple days after, while I was still on vacation, I said, why you keep watching my stuff and not text me back? He going right back talking about, calm down, this not Legion, this somebody else. Because he always used to try to tell me niggas always had his page, but looking back, I don't believe shit that nigga used to say. So who knows if niggas really had his page, like. But that was that or whatever. And yeah, so he always used to be on Instagram telling me he loved me. He was on Instagram telling me he loved me and shit. I don't know, I'm just inserting screenshots, all this fucking lovey-dovey shit. He always used to tell me he was in love with me, all this little cool shit. Y'all can pause and read, because I'm not gonna keep reading all this shit word for word. So he told me he was on a plane. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't even tell y'all what this conversation was about. He was telling me he was on a plane, then said, was mad and was calling me a liar, saying because I didn't come back when I said I was coming back. And it's like, nigga, I don't know what the fuck he wanted. But anyway, long story short, we talking. So basically, then he got mad because, all right, so from Florida, we was supposed to drive to Atlanta, right? Because we was in Florida for my son's birthday. So we was supposed to drive to Atlanta, and at that time, I had somebody call me from one of them nightclubs, or I think it was a club, and they wanted to hire me. So when they wanted to hire me, she wanted me to come like do a little trial run. So I'm like, fuck it, we gotta stop in Atlanta anyway, so let's just stop there, let me work a quick little shift or whatever. So we got to Atlanta. I don't know, that's irrelevant, but long story short, he basically got mad because I prolonged like saying that like I was on my way or whatever. So he texted me saying how he ain't been feeling like himself these last couple days, how he feel down and all this other shit. And I don't know, we just was talking and shit. So he like, I really hope you're not the reason that I feel like this, because I've been like this since you left. He like, you ain't even send me no pictures or nothing that you, I don't know, he just was being weird. Damn, that shit was long. It said I was going for 13 days. Oh no, I don't know. But he basically telling me like, since I ain't come back, I don't love him. He like, I love you real bad, I want to marry you. I was like, you know I love you, blah blah blah. So he was like, I was with you every day, now I feel like I lost my dog. So I basically was telling him like, you can't leave me when I see you and all this other shit. So this was like when I kind of got like irritated, because this was like a letdown type of situation. So on our way back from Atlanta, I don't know why the fuck we didn't get a rental. We decided to drive, and I ain't gonna say unreliable, because the car was reliable, but we drove a car down there that ain't had no business taking that trip. We drove the car there, then the car drove from Atlanta to Atlanta, then from Atlanta to Florida, then from Florida back to Atlanta, then from Atlanta back to Philly. So yeah, we did all that in a car that ain't had no business doing all of that. And long story short, as soon as we pulled up to Philly, I swear to God, I had to go pick up something for my brother from like the airport. So the car breaks down. Mind you, we come to Philly and I dropped off my mom. Who was I in the car with? My mom, my grandma, my son. I think that was it. Dropped them off or whatever, right? And I go to the airport to get my brother's stuff. Mind you, it's late as shit at night, so I'm irritated, but whatever. So I get to the fucking airport. The fucking car breaks down as soon as I get there. Or no, it broke down after. No, I felt it breaking down when I was there or whatever. But long story short, the fucking car breaks down at the airport and shit. So my brother calling people and shit to try to get them to come help me, and I'm calling this nigga my boyfriend, the one who wanted to be in this relationship so bad, the one who initiated the conversation of a relationship, my boyfriend, the nigga who I'm supposed to call, the one that's supposed to answer when I call. That's the nigga that I'm calling. Y'all, I had to call this nigga about 50 fucking times. This nigga never answered the phone. So mind you, I texted him before I called him. I texted him. I said, I'm gonna post the screenshots. I said, this dumbass fucking car broke down outside the airport. I'm so irritated, y'all. I said, you don't know nobody with a tow truck. So mind you, I was there stuck for 2 hours because I had to wait for somebody to come. So my brother trying to help this boy keep jumping my stuff, but it's not working. It's like, it's not lasting. Like, the jump is not lasting. So I'm irritated. Mind you, I'm calling him. He's nowhere to be found, y'all. He's no fucking where to be found. Nowhere to be found. But you're supposed to be my boyfriend. Instant turn off. Instant disgust. I'm cool. So, like 2 hours passed and I'm still stuck there and shit. So I said, I said, I can't believe, I'm gonna insert the screenshot. I said, I can't believe you not answering. I'm really stranded at this airport shaking my head. My mom and grandma phone's dead, and my phone is dying. So that was at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So long story short, it's crazy how the niggas that, y'all know how I said I got more heads than I got bodies. So it's this one nigga that, you know, I let him, you know, but I ain't let him fuck though. And I called and he came running to my fucking rescue with a tow truck. Wasn't even trying to charge me or nothing. So I ended up paying him anyway, but he wasn't trying to charge me. He was like, oh, you, whatever you want, like, whatever you want, give type shit. So it's like, how is it that you're supposed to be my boyfriend, but I can't even call, like, the fact that and it only took one situation for me to be like, oh yeah, he's a fucking weirdo. Like, how is it that you're supposed to be my nigga and you're not even answering the phone? And I'm literally in distress right now. I don't got nobody else to call. But then I call this nigga and he come running. And he had told me, he was like, damn, he was like, I was done for the night. He said, I was always somewhere else. Like, he wasn't nowhere near where I was at. He said, but then once his partner had told him that it was me, he came. Straight like that. Straight like that. So he came to get me, told me home. And that was that. Straight like that. Some shit that you should have did. So long story short or whatever, that was that. He ended up not texting me till 2 more hours later at 3:30. He was calling me. No, I think he called me first and he was like calling me and shit like, yo, he was like, what the fuck he said? I think he said he was at like, where the fuck did this nigga say he was at? I don't know if he said he was at a dog match or something. Wherever the fuck he was trying to act like they was not letting nobody on their phones at all. Like, couldn't nobody have their phones, couldn't nobody be on their phones at all. So that's literally why he didn't see it. He like, I'm so sorry, and da-da-da-da. Like, and I'm like, that's weird as shit. Like, whether that was the case or not, that still turned me off, because it's like, I really literally needed you and you just was not there. So it was like, that's weird as shit. That it turned me off. Like, I don't want no nigga that I'm supposed to be calling my boyfriend and you're not even doing boyfriend shit. Like, I had to call a whole nother nigga. And it's so funny because when we was in the car, he was like, that's crazy. Like, you give other niggas pussy, but you don't give me none. And I'm the one that came running. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, I ain't tell him he was right, but he was right. Like, that's crazy. I might owe him something, no, but no, like, that was some real shit though. That was some real shit he said. So long story short, he called me like, I'm so sorry, I really ain't see my phone, like, I was in such and such with a dog match or whatever the fuck he said. I really ain't see my phone, I couldn't da 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 da. So I'm like, whatever. Like, he like, where you at? I'm coming to get you right now, nigga. Coming to get me right now, it don't even matter anymore. So he like, so mind you, the nigga, he know of this nigga, the one that came to tell me, because I got a bad habit of, like, when I start talking to people, I start telling them probably a little too much. So he knows that this is one of the niggas I was fucking with, but he know that, like, he only ate my pussy. Like, he know I ain't let him fuck or nothing, but he knows of him or whatever. He know who he is. And I ended up telling him, no, I'm lying. I don't think I told him that that's who got me. I don't think I told him that's who got me. I think I eventually did, but a part of me feel like I never told him that that's who got me, because I know he would have been mad as shit. Like, but he like calling me like, where you at? I'm coming to get you right now, da 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 da. So I'm like, I'm already home now, like, what the fuck? Like, so he like, I'm so sorry, yo, da 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 da. Like, where you at? Like, you coming with me? I'm about to come pick you up, blah 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 blah. So he ends up coming to get me and shit. So that was that. I ended up going to his house, well, to his mom's house and shit. So I ended up staying the night there with him, and he just kept, that's all he just kept saying, like, no, like, real shit, like, I'm really so sorry, yo, I'm so sorry, da da da. Cause that was some nut ass shit. Like, you know, that was some nut ass shit. That was some nut ass shit. And I think that's when he was asking me, like, how did I get home, or who told me? And I don't recall saying that nigga name. I don't think I told him who. I don't think so. But yeah, so we're just talking. And he texted me, he said, my daughter mama liar, talking about they car. And oh yeah, so I guess he was I guess the daughter was supposed to go with the mom, but she ended up saying, like, she got called into work. So he texted me like, my daughter mama liar, talking about they car in the day and work and cannot get the baby. This bitch probably capping. So I was like, okay, well, what y'all doing? So he's sending me it's just funny just knowing how this whole situation played out. But he basically sent me pictures and videos of the daughter or whatever. All I said was your twin. That's all I said, yo. Keep in mind, that's all I said was your twin. So, so he said cracking the fuck up. So I'm telling him I was outside, blah, blah, blah. We wasn't talking about nothing. He used to send me these crazy videos and memes of like what niggas used to do to their girlfriends if their girlfriends played with them and stuff like that. And I don't know, I wouldn't pay him no mind. Like he sent me like this shit right here. Like, nigga, you're not never doing that to me.
Say yes.
Where did you shoot that?
Is you gonna have my baby?
Like,
say
that's,
yes or the next one gonna hit you.
yeah. That's some crazy ass shit. Like, you think that's funny, but he used to send stuff to me. Like, he used to send stuff like that to me all the time. Like, bitten or whatever. I don't fucking know. Just dumb. And he used to say stupid shit. So we was just talking. And he was, one of these joints to say, he basically telling me to tell my mom that he said hi. Yo, he was fucking obsessed with my mom. We're gonna later get into that, but he was so fucking obsessed with my mom. And like, he was such a piece of shit, but he was so hell-bent on trying to like fake impress my mom. It would be so weird because it's like, you know you're not shit, but he'll always like, I don't know, that shit just used to be weird. Like, it just used to be weird. He was obsessed with my mom. Like, he ended up sending me, hold on, I'm trying to get it to load because he ended up sending me a screenshot of him watching my YouTube video. I don't know, it's not loading, but basically he sent me a screenshot of, it's not downloading, but he sent me a screenshot of my YouTube video, and he was like, watch this. He was like, LOL, you funny as shit. So he was like, he was basically talking about my YouTube, and we was talking about my YouTube channel and stuff, and he was like, you scared to make eye contact with your cute ass and all this other stuff. So I just was sending him videos and stuff. So he basically was saying like he about to make a video about me. So I don't know, we just was talking about regular shit and shit. He kept telling me open the door. So I'm like, why you want me to open the door? So he just kept going to the door saying open the door. So I'm like, who is you looking for? But like, I guess because he ain't know your name, like he ain't know what to say. So I put your picture up. So he started like smiling, pointing at the picture and shit. So I'm like, who you looking for? I'm like, and he like, yeah. He know 9 times out of 10 if I open up the door it's for you. So that was just me sending him voice messages because I was basically telling him like, my son looking for you. I was like, let me find out he like you, because my son, he was around so much. I'm talking about Legion. He was around so much that like my son instantly, and he's a boy, so it's like he instantly started like getting attached to him and shit. Because it's like, before it's like I wouldn't let him around him for a little minute, and then when he finally came around, it's like he was always around, so he always was with us and shit like that, like when he would come over and shit. So it's like he instantly like took a liking to him. So he was like, that's my young boy and all this other shit. So
no, I was putting something together. Now I had to go home, go get my dog. I'm on my way down there now. Cause you know, we got a match, we got a show coming up, man. I got work him out tonight.
Oh, so that's basically him talking about he gotta work his dog out. Cause I don't remember. That's why I keep playing these voice messages, because I don't really remember what the fuck he was talking about. But he basically was telling me he had to work his dogs out because he got a show coming up and shit. So now I'm missing what he doing. He keeps sending me pictures of him in the masjid and stuff like that, and all this other shit. So we just literally just talking. We just was talking, yo. I don't know what the fuck we was talking about. I can't wait until I'm done these messages. I'm so stuck. I'm so tired of scrolling up this far. Like, it don't make no fucking sense. Okay, so here is the start of some things, child. So basically he was like, I guess we wasn't really talking like that because I wasn't really feeling him like that. And so he ended up texting me like, what, you got something against me or something? Because I wasn't calling him, I wasn't texting him or nothing, because I started feeling ways. Like, one thing about me is, yo, I know this story probably about to be 3 fucking hours long, but one thing about me is I was cool, like back when I was dealing with my baby dad when I was like 21 or however old and shit. I was cool with not doing shit and just sitting in the house and just being up under my nigga and us not doing shit, and like that was cool and cute when you was younger. I'm older now, so I like, especially with me taking 3 years off and taking 3 years to myself. Now that I took them 3 years to myself, is like I need shit. I have real needs now. Like, I have a child for one, so I really don't need nobody around me that's not really on shit. And that was one thing. Like, he'll always used to say he's going to do certain shit and then never do it. Like, I remember out of nowhere he will volunteer to do shit and not do it. I remember he just kept, well, then again, I don't know, probably maybe if I would have really did it, maybe he would have did it. But I know he just kept saying like, let's go to the mall, I want to get your son some sneakers, I want to get your son some sneakers. But and I'm like, all right, but I never went. So maybe he would have did it if, I don't know. But I know like he'll do a lot of shit. And I lost my train of thought yet again because another battery died, y'all. I gotta hurry up and get through this part of the story, y'all. This is why I said it needs to be a series, but I'm already halfway through, so a little more than halfway through. But yeah, so long story short, he was like, what you got? So I wasn't feeling him at the time. Like I said, at this point I got needs. I want to go on. I'm not okay with just sitting in the nigga crib or sitting in the nigga face and we just sitting in the house all day not doing shit. You was doing good at first because every time you wanted to go out, you always initiated the conversation. You always wanted to go out. It wasn't never really me. I probably said it a couple times, but it was always you first for the most part. And when we did go out, it was you initiating. Oh, let's pop out tonight. Da, 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 da. Like, it was always him. So I'm saying all that to say, he was basically like, I don't know, I kind of started falling off of him because I just started getting turned off. Like, I just started like low-key getting like turned off and shit. So mind you, I could go through this part real quick. Real quick. We gonna insert low-key again. Because low-key, like I said, that nigga literally my favorite nigga. I started not dissing, but fleeing my favorite nigga for this nigga, for Legion. So, basically, like, he'll be texting me and stuff like that, and he'll ask me, like, what I'm doing today and stuff like that, and he'll be trying to link up, but I always spin him, like, he'll be like, you good, boo, da, 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 and I'll be texting back, but I wouldn't really try to text. But the only reason, see, if you was doing everything that you was supposed to do, I would have completely ignored him. But the fact that I caught you lurking on your baby mom's page, I don't fucking trust you. So, what the fuck am I ignoring him for? Like, be for real. I'm not going to go fuck him. That's going too far. But why would I ignore him? I'm not about to keep ignoring him for you. Like, so he was like, so basically, like, it was numerous times where he'll text me like, you good? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm good. Like, you cool? He'd be like, where you at? And shit. And he'll be calling me and shit. And I'll be lying to him, telling him I'm in Atlanta when I'm really in Philly because he kept trying to link up with me and I just couldn't. So then it's multiple times. Like, look, this all you see is him saying like, you good? And he'll be texting me like, I thought I heard somebody. He'll be texting me like, where you at? And I'll be like I don't know, I just kind of was fleeing him or whatever. And I remember he was trying so hard to link with me this one time, and I had to spin him so bad, like, I'm telling him I'm all these different places, and he just kept like having a solution for everything that I was saying. It was irking me. So yeah, so he just kept having a solution for everything, and it was irking me. But I felt bad because I really was spinning him so fucking bad. I don't need to get into all of our messages, but I just know that it was multiple occasions where this boy kept texting me. I kept trying to link with me. One time he even pulled up on me to the point where I didn't even have a choice but to go outside. But all I did was go outside and I sat in his car. I didn't do nothing with him or nothing. I didn't do anything with this boy. I didn't touch him. I didn't do nothing with him. Nothing with him. But he pulled up on me to the point where I ain't had no choice but to go outside. But I know in his head he was probably like what, like, this bitch don't never spin me, she don't never do none of this. So he's like, he just like, eventually he ended up catching on to it or whatever. Because a lot of times, I'm not even the type to not text him back. And a lot of times, like, I wouldn't text him back or nothing. So he kept texting me like, is you still in Atlanta? Because it'd be so many times I spent him, like, I felt so bad. So then, I could post this screenshot where he was like, what you doing? He was like, you been acting weird. So he was saying I was acting weird because I really was spinning him. So I'm like, I'm really not, and I miss you. Like, but like, I couldn't do none of that. Like, I just couldn't do none of that or whatever. So he was texting me like, happy Mother's Day, blah blah blah, or whatever. Oh well, never mind. That don't have nothing to do with nothing. I start skipping ahead. My bad, y'all. But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that part. So back to Legion fucking ass. Long story short, alright, so basically when I told y'all he pulled up on me, right? So mind y'all, I'm skipping. This nigga used to go through my phone so fucking much. Like, when I say go through my phone, I mean every time he came here, he would take my phone or snatch my phone out of my hand and go through my phone, looking to see if I'm talking to people. And he would never see nothing in it because I literally wasn't talking to nobody. I wasn't talking to nobody. Like, even fucking low-key, I would be spinning him. Like, I literally would not even be talking to him. But it's like, this nigga would really be going through my phone, like, every time. And I would always just give it to him. And there'd be so many times where he would, like, literally pop up at the house. Or he'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm coming here after I go to the store or something. And the next thing you know, he really be outside the whole time. So he'll knock on the door. He'll come in and take my phone and go through my phone. And the whole time would never find nothing. And he'll always be like, oh, that's because you deleted. Da, 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 da. And I'll be like, No the fuck I didn't, but okay. I want to hurry up and be done this story, y'all. Like, so bad. Like, it's so much that we gotta get to that it don't even make no sense. So long story short, he basically asked me like, I don't know, like I said, I started falling back off of him because, so I never told y'all about I started falling back off of him because it's like, he started, at first he was up my ass here every day. Like, we was talking every day, all day. And it's like, then it's like he kind of started like, we still was talking, but I'm clingy as shit. Like I'm a clingy ass girlfriend. Like, I need attention. Like, even if you don't want to sit on the phone all day, alright, cool, because you got stuff to do, alright, cool. But text me. Like, I expect us to at least be like texting all day or something like that. I feel like it need to be dates every week and shit like that. Like, I'm grown now. I'm not 20 and 21 and 22 no more. Like, all that just sitting and chilling in the house, that shit was cute. I'm grown as shit now. I got a kid and all that. Like, I'm a mom. I'm grown as shit now. I'm about to be 30. Like, what the fuck I look like just sitting under a nigga all day? That's cool. Yeah, I love sitting under my nigga all day. But don't think that that's just all we're about to be doing. No, we need to go on dates. We need to do shit. Like, I'm not sitting up under you all day just sitting in the house. No, I want to do stuff. Like, and you do too. But you just be, I don't know. Like, he just was weird. So eventually, like, I started getting turned off because it was like I feel myself repeating myself a lot. Like, when it came to a lot of stuff, whether it was answering the phone, texting back, whatever, I just feel myself repeating myself way too much, to the point where it was like, nigga, you already not what I'm used to. You're already annoying. You're already annoying as fuck. Even when we spending time together, we're not really spending time together because you're sitting in your phone the whole fucking time. You're sitting in your phone the whole fucking time. You not really that entertaining. Yeah, it's just like, it's a lot of stuff about him that I just wasn't used to. Not only that, well, not that had anything to do with anything, but it was just like, it was just a lot of little stuff about him. Like, then he had them nasty ass nails to where like it's literally not even no, like, I don't know, that's irrelevant. I'll talk about that later. But it's like, I just kind of started getting turned off and drifting off or whatever. So that's why he texted me like, what, you got something against me or whatever. But around that time, I remember he went a couple days without seeing me. We were still talking, but he went a couple days without seeing me. So in that time, low-key had pulled up with me and I went outside. But that's all I did. I went outside. I didn't do nothing. Didn't touch him, nothing. One day, this nigga has my phone in his hand. Talking about Legion. He got my fucking phone in his hand. So he... low-key ends up texting my phone while Legion has my phone in his hand. But mind you, I don't have low-key number saved. Like, I know his number by heart, but I don't have his number saved. So his number pops up or whatever. And no, first he called me and I think Legion declined the call. Then he texted me and was like, where you at or whatever. So when he texted and said, where you at, Legion ended up clicking on a message, but then tried to hurry up and click off and give me the phone like somebody text you or whatever. So... but by then, he had already read every fucking thing. So he gives me the phone and shit. So before he texted me the message and was like, where you at? It was another message that said, I'm outside. Talking about the day that he came and pulled up on me or whatever. So, matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can find it. So Legion seen that message when he said that he was outside. So he knew that clearly whoever it was fucking pulled up on me or whatever. So he just get up and he started like pacing back and forth. And he like, because I know that number, he was like, why I think that's... he playing real dumb. Like, why I think that's a low-key number. Like, why that number look real familiar. So he pulls up and he show it to me. So he pulls up and he showed me the number like this. So I'm like, I was like, yeah, this is his number or whatever. I was like, he ended up popping up here. I'm like telling him like he ended up popping up here. I'm like, but nothing happened. Like, I ain't like, I spent them pretty much or whatever. But he wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. Like, he ended up being mad as shit or whatever. So that's when we ended up like having this whole long ass talk, because I basically was telling him, I'm like, I don't talk to him. I still don't talk to him or whatever. But I guess you could say this is entertaining him, even though I'm not really entertaining him. Like, he literally keep texting me and shit like that. But I'm like, I guess the fact that I responded, you could say that I entertain him or whatever. But I'm like, I didn't really entertain him. I was like, but I don't know. Like, I was like, I guess I kind of did. And then I kind of started getting into the whole thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like lately, I don't know. Like, I just was telling him, literally, I said out my mouth, I said, you just not what I'm used to. I said, like, you boring type shit. Like, we don't do nothing. Like, you barely answer the phone. Like, I'm not used to, even when it comes to like fucking and stuff like that. Like, if I'm with a nigga, that's what we doing every day. Like, that's what we doing every fucking day, all day type shit. Not to be saying all that. I know my mom was waiting for this story. Mom, I really hope you learn to skip some parts or something, because I gotta say what I gotta say. But it's like, you think it's okay to go 2 or 3 days or whatever without seeing me or whatever, and that's just not what I'm used to. I've never been through that with no nigga. So it's like, with you, it's like, you're just honestly starting to bore me. Like, and I let him know, like, you're boring me. Like, I'm used to dates and shit like that. I said, you're not romantic, you're not doing, like, you started off trying to be that way, but it was like, it didn't, I guess it was just a front or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I said, yeah, when he texted me, I text back, because I was like, I was burnt out with you. Like, I keep calling you, you're not answering the phone and shit like that. Who the fuck about to keep dealing with that shit? Like, you got me fucked up type shit. So then he want to act like he in his feelings, like, oh, I can't believe it. Like, that shit really just hurt my feelings. Like, I can't believe you saying it. I can't believe you saying I'm boring. Like, I'm romantic. I know how to be romantic. Like, wish you want some flowers. Like, I could get you flowers. The nigga said he could get me flowers, but then proceeded to say, oh, I didn't think that you would like flowers because my baby mom hate flowers. Why the fuck is you telling me what this bitch like or hate? Like, what the fuck do that gotta do with it? What did one have to do with the other? I'm so confused. We could go on dates, but like, you're just talking, sir. Like, you're just saying what I want to hear. You're not actually making any type of move towards what you're actually supposed to be doing. So it's like, the fuck. So basically, he's saying that and shit. So I'm like, we just was having a long ass talk, and he really felt some type of way. So ever since he seen that and he assumed that I was back entertaining low key, which I wasn't, he kind of started distancing himself a little bit, because he thought that I was trying to play him type shit. But it was like, I already was distancing myself from him, which is why I even entertained low key in the first place. But I wasn't really entertaining him, because that's like crossing the line for real, for real. So I really was sitting here spinning the shit out this nigga for you. But it's like, you're not even giving me what I want. So why am I really spinning this nigga that never played me, never downplayed me, never disrespected me, ain't never mind no dates and shit like that? Even though we wasn't on that type of time, we just still was. But it's like, why would I flee my favorite nigga basically for you? Like, why am I doing that when you're not even doing shit with me? Like, you don't even answer the phone. Like, then I got turned off from that whole airport shit, you leaving me straight at the, like, I just got turned off from for so much stuff at this point, that it was just like, I just felt me like drifting away type shit. So I don't know, we just had a long ass talk or whatever, and I was like, basically I ended up feeling bad or whatever, and I was like telling him, I'm like, you really could trust me, like whatever, and he was like, I want to trust you and all this other shit. So that was pretty much that or whatever. We kind of got the ball back rolling, but we didn't, because he didn't change anything. Also, he basically tried to blame him being boring, us not doing nothing, on the fact that it was Ramadan, and that he was just focusing on Ramadan and trying to say that since Ramadan was over, that he going to change and like step his shit up. But he didn't. But then he said he would change. This goes back to me saying, you're just a talker. This goes back to me saying it. So it's like, okay. So then, I don't know if it was this time or what, because I remember it was one time with me and him pulled the all-nighter and was talking all night, like literally just talking all fucking night. And I remember his baby mom came up in the conversation a few times, and I remember he would say, another thing that would turn me off, that was another red flag, is that he would say shit that I know he would be serious about, but he'll say it in a playing way, but I wasn't never fucking with that shit. Like, I remember one time he'll always be talking about like marrying me and stuff like that, and he'd be like, even though like we two different religions type shit, he like we could go get married, like we could go get married right now, like I really want to get married, blah blah blah, just talking, just running his mouth or whatever. And I don't remember how it used to come up, but he used to say some playing shit like, I'll marry you and my baby mom. But what, like, you don't fucking say no shit like that to be like, what the fuck? So I'm telling him, I said, stop fucking playing with me. Like, so he like, I'm big, yo, I don't fuck with her, He like, if I call her right now shit and be like, yo, when the last time we fuck, she gonna be like, boy, I don't know, Like, this is what he telling me, trying to cap my head up, to try to make it seem like well, I don't know, but trying to make it seem like he wasn't fucking with her or whatever. But I'm like, why would you say so? Don't say no shit like that to me, because one thing about it, I'm a fucking overthinker, like a real live overthinker. So if you say some shit like that to me, I'm going to think about it like, no, he said it and tried to make it seem like he was playing, but I really feel like you was serious. Like, fuck, you really want to be with your baby mom? This equipment just be having a mind of its own. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I'm back for like the 50th time. Yo, I'm having such a hard time, and I'm like really overwhelmed doing this video, because y'all know my story times. Y'all love my story times. And I hope after this, y'all still have faith in my story times. Because, like I said, this video is extremely different from any other story time I ever told, because there's so many receipts that I want to insert into the story. So I just really would appreciate it if y'all would just bear with me and, you know, have patience. And I really hope y'all do still enjoy the story. But I know it's a lot because it's a lot on me. I can't believe I'm still filming. Between these batteries fucking dying every 2 seconds, I'm starting to think that, well, they are like Amazon batteries, but it's like, I don't understand how they dying every 5 seconds. And it's just a lot going on. I keep falling asleep. I had to retouch up my makeup today. I mean, I had to retouch up my makeup. Like, it's just a lot. Like, so hopefully within the next, like, I don't know, hopefully I'll be done with this part. So back to what I was saying. I think the last thing I said was something about he would playfully say I keep coughing and my eyes tearing up. I'm getting irritated. But I think the last thing I said was something about like it'd be times where he would be over here like at the house or whatever, and we would like sit up all night and like pull all nighters and we just talk. I just know he playfully said something about his baby marrying me and his baby mom, and I used to be like, stop fucking playing with me. Like, I don't play like that. Like, and it's like shit like that I'm gonna automatically think, oh, you must really, for you to say some shit like that in a plain way, you must want to be with that bitch. But then I'll say something and he'll try to downplay it. Like, not one time did he ever claim this girl, but we gonna get to that. Like, he never ever claimed this girl, but we just gonna get into it. I don't know, we just was talking. I feel like I scrolled past all of this. And this is another reason why the shit taking so long. I think it's because I'm doing so much scrolling instead of having my screenshots ready beforehand. But I don't think I would have been able to do that, because that would have took, I feel like, much longer. So, I don't know, we was just talking, and I know, y'all know I'm a homebody, so he just like telling me like I need to get out the house and stuff like that. And the reason why, y'all, like I said, I'm going through everything because, for one, I know certain bitches is like watching. For two, I want y'all to see everything from like my perspective type shit, because the way the situation played out, all these receipts have to be in this video. So it's like I can't let y'all miss nothing. Like, everything has to be in this fucking video. But basically, I don't know, here go the screenshot of him asking me do I got something against him, because like I said, around that time, that's when I like kind of stopped. Like, I wasn't really entertaining him no more. Like, I just kind of was like falling back, like drifting away from him, because I don't know, it just got to a point where it's like I wasn't really feeling the situation that much no more. Because for one, you was turning me off, because it'd be times where, like I said, you don't answer your phone. I don't play that shit. A nigga that I ever dealt with never, and if I'm talking quiet, y'all, it's because my son fell asleep right here, so he's right here asleep, so I'm trying to talk quiet, so I hope y'all can still hear me. But I never, and all the niggas that I dealt with, I never, even if they wasn't my boyfriend, I never had to deal with no shit like this. Like, I never had to deal with me calling a nigga and he not responding, and he not answering the phone. That's one thing you're not going to do, because that shit will get you cut off quick. Like, I don't like, you do stuff like that. That's one thing that I don't play about. Like, answering that phone and shit. And you, like I said, this is shit that you signed up for, because you the one that said, oh, you my girl, right? Like, we together, right? Da, 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 da. You said all that. I never said none of that. So it's like, if you want that, you gotta play the part. Like, if you want that, you gotta play the part. You can't half-ass play a boyfriend part when this is something that you wanted. So, and really, like I said, I feel like he probably only wanted that just to kind of try to like me down before somebody else do. So, I don't know, long story short, he like, he basically like, but you got something against me, because like I said, I was falling back off him. It was that, and then it was like, I kind of get attitudes. I'm the type to get attitudes when I miss my nigga. Like, so it was like, you would go like, it could be a day or two, and I would get an attitude, because it's like, why you not here? Like, I just feel like as a boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all should be together. At least spending every night together. Like, I just feel like that. So it's like, that's what I'm used to. Like I said, any nigga that I fuck with, they up my ass as much as I'm up theirs. Like, we be on each other dick. Like, it's like the clinginess always is equal. Like, I don't give a fuck. And it's actually niggas out here, you always trying to act like you out here getting money and you so busy, and that's why we don't always be together 24/7. And it's like, nigga, first of all, you turned out to be this broke ass bum, and I didn't find none of this out till like way later down the line. But it's like, nigga, the money that you was claiming you was getting, like, fuck, you was selling the money? Like, I'm confused. Like, where's all this money that you kept claiming that you was getting? Because you wasn't getting no fucking money. He was putting up a front, and I'm gonna tell you everything. But it's like, it just used to be crazy, because he used to like always like, oh, well, you would rather me be broke. That would always be his excuse, like, oh, you rather me be broke and instead of out here getting money. And it's like, where's the money? where is this money that you speak of? So I don't know. So basically, I guess he kind of started feeling my ghost a little bit. Like he started feeling like I was falling back off of him, because now it's like I'm not calling, I'm not texting, I'm not none of that. Like fuck you, pretty much. So he started texting me like, I'm not feeling you, and I don't know. I'm gonna just insert the screenshot or whatever. Y'all could take your time and read it or whatever. He basically saying like he not feeling you. I mean, he wasn't feeling me because he was going to come see me and stuff like that, but I wasn't really giving him the energy that I cared to see him. So he was like, cool, I won't come. And I don't know, he just was being weird. So he'll just be like sending me screenshots of him like walking his dogs and shit, like little dumb shit. So he'll text me out of nowhere saying, I love you, blah, 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 like all this other shit. So it's like, it started getting to a point that, I don't know, I started feeling like once I start, and usually I don't never, that's why I said this nigga just all around just wasn't what I was used to. Like he was just a fraud. Like, so it's like, once I started feeling like I was kind of like, I don't know, y'all know how niggas be like, how they be on your bumper and shit like that. And as soon as they get you the way that they want you, it's like the role switch. It's like Neil was like, you low-key start chasing him a little bit. Not saying I can relate, but I just know that that's like what goes on or whatever. But like with this situation, that's kind of like where it was like, nigga, why the fuck I keep feeling like I'm not chasing you, but it's like, why the fuck I gotta keep repeating myself? Why the fuck do I have to keep telling you to call me? Why the fuck do I have to keep saying why you didn't come see me? Why the fuck do I have to keep saying? So it's like I start instantly getting turned off. And y'all, one thing about me, when I'm turned off, I'm turned off. Like once I'm off you, everything instantly changes, and you're not ever going to get that version of me that you had. Like it's just never going to work. Like once it's going. Like I'm like, the thing about me is just like, I'm not interested in settling or none of that. Like as soon as I get like the indication or whatever that I'm not being fulfilled, or I'm not being satisfied, or I'm not being heard, I'm out. Like I'm not begging you or pleading for nobody to fucking treat me a certain way. I'm not going to beg and plead you to answer if I like this. Fucking not that. Like nigga, this was never that. I've never been that type of bitch. Like I'm just not doing it. Like I'm not about to plead for nobody to treat me a certain way, do certain shit for me, be there a certain way. I'm just not in the business of trying to raise no man. I already got a son. I'm not raising nobody else's son. So yeah, like I'm not having 100 conversations about how to plan dates or do this and that, because it's like you started off it's doing good. Like you started off good, because it's like you was always the one that was trying to, even still, like even after this, it's like he was always the one that was like come on, let's pop out, let's pop. Like he was the main one out of us two that always like do that and always initiate like the date conversation and stuff. But then it's like you fell off. Like you fell off, and it's like you started being lazy with the relationship. Like you just didn't want to do shit. Like, and then it's like on top of that, the least you could do is make sure you here every day like you was. It's like that's the least you could do, because if you're not going to do nothing else, that's the least you could do. But even still, that's not even going to be good enough for me, because I'm grown and shit. Like I said, I need dates and shit like that. I need time, I need dates. And then it's like when you are here in my face, you're sitting on your phone the whole fucking time. Sitting on your phone the whole fucking time. Just, or on FaceTime, or on Telegram, in them fucking dog group chats and shit. Yo, I told y'all this was a wig, and I don't know what I'm doing with it, but whatever. In them fucking dog group chats and shit. So it's just like you just mentally, you're just not like, he just started giving me, I just started getting the sense that like this nigga's just not right. He's just not relationship material for real, because it's like it's giving little boy. Because it's like like I said, I took 3 years to myself. So when I finally decided to take somebody serious, I just can't believe that the person that I decided to take serious in 3 years was him. Like the story is going to get worse, y'all. It's going to get worse. I know this is a lot. But it's only because I have to read so much and scroll up messages and do all this crazy shit. Like, I know it's a lot, but please just bear with me. I'm going to try to chop and screw this video as much as I can. It's just, I feel like all of these receipts just have to be inserted. Like, literally. But, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to have 100 conversations about how to fucking plan, like, how to plan dates. Do this, do that. I'm just not going to be interested. Like, I passed. So once like I said, a nigga only going to get that version of me one time. That version of me being all lovey-dovey and then love and want to be up under your ass and stuff. You're going to get that version of me one time. Once that feeling, that sensation goes away, like, it's over. It's over, because I might still choose to fuck with you, but I'm not going to be fucking with you the same way. Hence why I even entertained low-key and even went outside when he had pulled up with me, because I'm just off you. Like, I'm just off you now. Like, so it's like, he came over to the house really feeling some type of way about that. And it's like, I can't believe this. And I really feel some type of way. My feelings really hurt. Like, da-da-da-da. Like, you calling me boring, you this, you that. And it's like, nigga, what do you feel like you've been doing? Like, you ain't been doing shit. Like, you ain't been doing shit. And on top of that, my pet peeve is not answering that phone or taking too long to text back. That's my pet peeve. If you're not going to do nothing else, do that. Don't fucking play with me. So it's like, yeah, like, I don't know. It's just, that's just what it was. Like, so yeah. So then I remember I said something like, I think I was like telling him I missed him or whatever. But he basically was like, you going to see me calm down. Like, I don't know. It just started getting like real weird. Like, he just started like, I don't know, it just started getting weird. So here goes another lie. I'm gonna just screenshot this just for the fuck of it. I don't know if I was calling him or something, and he texted me trying to tell me that he left his phone somewhere. He just now getting out Delaware where he lives. I can't wait to get to that part. Delaware where he lives and all this other shit. I don't know. Y'all can read the screenshot or whatever. But basically, I think, okay, I'm gonna come back to this only because I don't want to exit out these messages because I gotta scroll up so much again. But I think it's like, it'll be times where he'll text me. It's like he had this number and then he had a trap phone or whatever. So he had another number. So matter of fact, I'm gonna just go to it. Because we wasn't talking that much on this. We wasn't really talking this much on this number. But I feel like he ended up sending me like a location or something. I can't find those messages, but I know wherever he sent me, or I don't know if he started sending his location. I don't fucking know. Whatever it was a location that he had sent me, and he was asking me how far it was for me, right? Now this location that he sent me was in Delaware, right? So I'm about to show you the screenshot. Hold up, now I gotta go all the way up in these messages. I'm just sitting here scrolling, going through, coming across more lies of him telling me he fell asleep and shit like that. But anyway, he basically tried to tell me that his cousin had, he left his phone, whatever. So long story short, he ended up sending me some type of location or something. He asked me how far it was. I said 57, like 57 minutes. He said, you know, my crib around the corner, shaking my head. So basically, he came up with a lie so he wouldn't have to come down here to come see me or whatever, right? He was in Delaware, allegedly. He was in Delaware, right? He sent me his current location, and he asked me how far it was for me because he was still going to try to come see me or whatever. And when I told him how far it was, I told him it was 57 minutes. So he like, you know, my crib around the corner from here. So basically still keeping up this, he lives an hour away type shit, right? Whole time, I don't know where that nigga was really at. I don't know what location he sent me, whatever. But we're going to get to that. So, that was that or whatever. We just was talking. So, it's like I said, at this point in time, I didn't really know too much about him. Not saying I didn't know too much about him, but I just didn't know he was as big of a liar as he was. So, it's like, of course, the shit he's saying, like, is... I don't know that he's lying. Like, I don't know. And like I said, this nigga wasn't your typical liar. Like, he wasn't... Like, he has a mental illness type shit. Like, it's not like he lied like these niggas lie. Like, he'll lie like these niggas lie also. But he has a mental illness. Like, when it comes to lying, he'll lie about any fucking thing. Like, anything. And I used to say all the time, like, when I talk about him, I will always compare him to this one girl. This one girl that I literally had to cut off. Me and her was friends. Like, we was close as shit. We was friends. And I had to cut this girl off because... she lies so fucking bad. Like, I'm talking make shit up. I don't like stuff like that. Stuff like that scares me. Like, the fact that you will just make shit up and, like, really make up scenarios, or I can ask you what you, like, you just lie about the weirdest shit. And I had a friend like that, and I had to cut her off because she was like that. Like, it was weird. And it's crazy because she kind of recently just, like, came back around. And not came around, but she followed me on social media, so I ended up following her back. And she just be on Twitter and stuff, and me and my friend just be big, because I be like, yo, this bitch still just be lying about stuff, like, just lying about dumb shit. And that's literally what he'll do. Like, it don't be just dumb shit or shit to lie about cheating or some shit like that. No, it'll be the dumbest shit that he'll lie about any fucking thing. And he's a spot on liar. Like, everything that come out this nigga mouth is a lie. You cannot believe nothing he say. So, whatever happened, you know, he ended up not coming because he claimed whatever the fuck he claimed. I don't know. So, I think the next day was the fight or something. And he told me he was at the casino watching the fight or something. But then he told me, he said, turn the fight on. And he was like, and I'm going to come to you because, like, I'm burnt out of the casino or whatever. So I guess he wasn't driving, so he left his friends and like called a lift. He had ended up catching a lift to me from wherever casino he was at or whatever. So so that was that and shit. So I don't know. I think he had ended up coming here. We never watched the fight though, because I wasn't buying that shit. But he ended up coming here or whatever. And he ended up coming here and he had stayed the night, and he had stayed all the way to the next day. Like all the way to the, he probably stayed 2 nights this time. Because it'd be times where he would come over and he wouldn't even leave for like 48 hours. Like he'll really be here for like 2 days straight. And I feel like this was probably one of them times, but I'm not sure though. Because I know this was one day, and then we was talking again the whole next night. But I know he stayed the night, and I think the next night he went out and like bought his food or something. And this was also a red flag, because alright, like if we used to go buy food, right, I don't mind. Like if you my nigga, like I buy food, like I'll buy food, he buy food, I buy food, he buy food. Like we'll switch it up like that. Like it'd be times where it's like, if I know he about to break his fast, I'll buy him some food type shit, and he'll always buy me food if I ask. Like, so this time it was on him. So he goes to wherever we got food from and shit, and I had ordered all this stuff. And I guess the food, like, altogether came to, like, $40. And he gonna text me talking about 40 for this bullshit. And it's like, nigga, so? Like, that was another red flag. Like, ain't no nigga ever complain about the price of no food. Like, and you're complaining about $40. Like, mind you, when he first came around me, right, I thought, like, first of all, from the way that he talked and the way that, it's like when he came around, right, yo, niggas just really be so fraudulent. It's so funny. But like when he came around me, right, I remember the first time he came around me, you know, niggas be trying to impress the bitches and shit like that. Not the first time I went over his house, but when he first came around me and shit, he had this wad of money, like a wad of money, right? And he'd be carrying that shit. He'll take it out his pocket and shit. But looking back, I feel like he just always wanted me to just see it or see that he had me. Because even one time, I remember my mom was here, and she, like, he did that shit, and she was looking, she looked at me like, okay, like the whole time, like, this nigga had the same wad of money the whole time he was fucking with me. And it's like, the shit just kept dwindling down because he kept spending it and shit like that. But it was the same money. It was just always the same money. And look, like, I just put so much shit together, like, after the fact. But yeah, it's like this nigga had the same amount of money. He'll always pull out his pocket and shit, and I don't know. So it's like when he was complaining about the price, he wasn't really complaining. He just said I'm gonna post a screenshot. He was like 40 for this bullshit, and I'm like, so like, nigga, the fuck, I spent $40 on food, no problem. Like, you do it any other time, fucking you complaining for it, but that's because that wad was getting short, okay? Like, and I don't know. So and then not only that, he'll always offer, like, we could go get food from places and shit, and he'd be like, he gonna get the food. And then he'll tell me, like, oh, well, see if such and such wants something. See if such and such wants something. Your mom wants something? Call your mom, see if your mom wants something. Call your grandma, see if your grandma wants something. Call this person, call that person. So it's like, it be you. I don't even know why the fuck you complaining. So it's like, I don't know, but anyway, and like I said, he was so fucking obsessed. He was always trying to fake impress my mom. Like, him and my mom will always be having like these fucking like deep ass conversations. I had the time, like, they always be having like these deep ass conversations that I wouldn't even know about till later on. But like, him and my mom he just loved my mom. I don't know why he loved my mom so bad, but he just always, like, even if like, if he used to come over and my mom used to be here, he used to be like, and if we watching a movie and shit, he'd be like, tell your mom to come watch it with us. Like, tell your mom. Like, he just was obsessed with my mom. It was weird. Like, I don't know. But I feel like I told you that in the last video. He was just obsessed with my mom. And they kind of had some shit in common. So it's like, they always, I don't know. Like, whatever. But anyway, yeah, so he talking about 40 for this bullshit. So I had texted back. I said, every time we get food, one of us is spending 40 plus. This ain't nothing new. You just complaining because your money is dwindling down. Like, so that was that or whatever. So we just, it's not really nothing going on. We just talking. Y'all see I'm still scrolling. This, yo, I'm fucking crying. I would just post this screenshot because this was funny. We just was betting on each other or whatever. So I guess he ended up leaving the next day. And I asked him what he about to do. He said, I'm about to go to sleep for a couple hours. I said, you're not going to be back up till midnight, because that's literally how it would go. He said he taking a nap at 10 o'clock. In the morning and won't be back up until midnight. And that shit used to, oh my god, that shit used to burn me up. So he asking me what I'm doing, blah blah blah. Oh, so so this is just funny because this nigga really used to be selling me dreams, bitch. Like, oh my god, he is really Legion for real. Like, this is crazy. So he always used to say, right, first of all, he just kept talking as we moving in Houston shit. And it's like, I wasn't playing. Like, when people say stuff like that, I don't be playing. Like, so I be sending him houses all the time. Like, I always be sending him houses and shit. But I remember he had brought up us going on vacation. Like, saying that we going on a trip. This nigga, yo, oh my god, yo. No, this dead ass wrong. This dead ass wrong. Then I'm fucking thinking about it. This nigga literally told me and planned in a fucking vacation. And we were supposed to go to Jamaica. And he telling me all this stuff. Like, yeah, I gotta send you the travel agent. Just plan a trip and I'ma book it. Well, what money? But at the time I ain't know that. But he telling me just plan the trip and I'ma pay for. He like just plan the trip and I'ma pay for everything. Like, so I get to TikTok and I don't even know if I got them joints. I wish I still had them. Yo, I saved 100 fucking TikToks. Cause you know, before this, I ain't never planned no fucking trip except, well, after this I ended up actually going to Jamaica for my birthday instead. But this nigga is telling me we going to Jamaica. He telling me to plan everything. And he's gonna pay for the trip so I can book the trip. He gonna give me the money for the trip and I'ma book it. He's just keep talking Jamaica. I need a trip. Like, we out. Just telling me all this stuff or whatever. So we was texting about that, and he hold up. I'm trying to see what I sent them. Y'all see how it be doing this thing where it be like loading type shit. That thing where like the picture be loading. I be trying to see exactly what the fucking screenshot is, but I can't see. But I believe, because if y'all say, all right, I'm gonna post this screenshot. But I believe it was, I probably sent the screenshot of a travel agent or something. Because he kept saying he had a travel agent girl that he know. So I don't know what this is a screenshot of because it's not downloading. I'm trying to get it to download. The shit is not fucking downloading. But I'm gonna just post a screenshot. I don't know, whatever it was, it had something to do with the vacation because he said I gotta find that girl, man. She be having good joints. Like, he's saying he gotta find a travel agent girl that he was talking about. He said I used to go through her. Mind you, the nigga already told me, well, maybe he was talking about that one time. He told me it was one time he went to Puerto Rico with a girl. That was the only, like, vacation he been on with, like, his ex, not the baby mom, but, like, the girl he was with before her. So I guess they went to Puerto Rico, so he said I used to go through her or whatever. So I'm like, you don't remember her name? Like, you don't remember the travel agent girl name? So he like, it's not hard, I just gotta look. So that was that or whatever. So here I go thinking about, I mean sending more travel agents and shit. And all this other shit. And then we was kind of talking about his daughter. He telling me how he had to rush to get his daughter because she got a headache. All this. I mean, how she had a fever. I don't know. We just was talking about our kids and shit. I was sending him videos of my son because it was video like my son was being just Joe. What you say? He was just being Joe and asking for him. So I was recording my son. I was catching my son and recording him because he kept asking for him, asking for Legion. So I was sending him videos of that or whatever, and he was like, damn, I was about to text you. So then, okay, this was another thing. So basically I had a court date for something, and I remember when I was telling him like what everything was for and stuff, he was telling me like, because my court date was like it was far. It was not nowhere near here. Like, I had to go get on a plane to my court date. Like, it was far. So, and not to Atlanta, like, it was far. So he basically like he was telling me how he wanted to come to my court date and stuff like that. And so this was him, but he been told me this like a long ass time ago that he wanted that whenever the next time I had court in person was or whatever, he said he wanted to go. But I never had court in person because the shit was so fucking far. Like, but that's neither here nor there. We're not talking about that. But long story short, he was basically he texted me like, I was about to text you. I was just about to text you because I wanted to ask you like when your court date was again. Mind you, the last time we talked about it was probably like a month ago, but he like remembered and he was like, when, like, he asked me or whatever, so I had told him. So then he was like, because I basically saying he still want to go with me if I'm in the city and stuff like that. And if he's still in the city and stuff like that. And I was like, well, when do you actually plan on leaving? Because you keep saying we need to make a plan. And we never talked about shit. So it's like, why? When do you actually plan on leaving? Like, we moving to Houston, we moving to Houston. Nigga, don't gas my head up because I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Then, yo, this is my first experience. And nigga ain't never do this to me. A nigga ain't never read my tweets back to me. That's another thing he did. I don't know if it was before or after this. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna post the screenshots though. But he basically was screenshotting my stuff and was like, he was screenshotting my tweets and he was like, I love how you go on socials popping your shit. Watch what I do. So he was mad because basically he seen the little stuff I was saying on Twitter and shit. Like I was tweeting to say, I'm gonna show the screenshot, but it say motherfuckers really be burnouts ill. Then it say I don't trust shit. So he said, so he was like, I love how you go on socials popping shit. So I remember one time he was here and he would just, mind you, this nigga don't get on. He's not an active Twitter user. Remember me saying that he's not an active Twitter user. Like when we first followed each other on Twitter, the last time he tweeted was probably like 3 months ago. He don't be on Twitter. He's one of the people he'll go, he just, until this recent situation happened, he just went a whole year without tweeting. Like he don't get on Twitter. So long story short, he ended up sending me the screenshots of the stuff I was saying on Twitter and was like, I love how you get on your socials pop. We must have been going through something, I don't know, man. He was like, you get on the socials popping your shit, blah blah blah. He's sending me screenshots of my tweet and shit. So I said, you keep saying, hold up, he talking about watch what I do. I said, you keep saying watch what you do, because I think he kept saying that to me too. Like I said, you keep saying watch what you do. I really want to know what that mean. Like is that supposed to be a threat or something? I will let her know. Like he said, you going to see, don't cop out either. He said, I'm gonna come smack the fuck out of you. You keep playing with my name like that. So then that's when I said, I don't give a fuck if you want to send tweets, talk about the tweets, talk about these tweets, how you made me lose sleep all night. Whole time you was cool on Insta. Yo, hold up. I'm skipping and I could tell I'm skipping from these messages. Yo, I think this was when he got locked up again, right? Nigga got locked up again, right? Nigga got locked up again. Mind you, all of this, don't it sound like the shit that I'm saying to y'all, don't it sound like we was like fucking with each other for a long ass time? No, we were not. At this point, we was only technically, officially together for like a month. Like 30 days. In them 30 days, he got locked the fuck up. Twice. That was another red flag. And my mom liked him at first. But when she seen that, she was like, I ain't too sure about this nigga. Because why the fuck you keep getting locked up, right? So, I gotta scroll up again. These messages are getting on my nerve, yo. This is why this shit is taking so fucking long. Like, this is why this shit is taking so fucking long. I cannot wait until we get into fucking May. So, because once May comes, this story pretty much ends. So, I'm trying to hurry up, yo. I'm trying to hurry up. This is killing me. Like, this is killing me softly. Like, oh my fucking god, it's killing me. It's so fucking annoying. Oh my god. Me and this nigga was talking way too much. Like, look, now I gotta start all the way over and scroll all the way up again. Like, this is a burnout. Alright, y'all, I'm done scrolling. So, this is all the same day, but I gotta go back and see and read y'all. I gotta go back and show y'all the messages that's on Instagram as well. So, I don't know. This is just a screenshot of him lying again. I said, so look, I called both of his phones one time, right? I said, so you don't see me calling you? Don't fucking play with me. He said, I'm taking the shit, dog. My phone on the charger, calm down. I said, I called both of your phones. Try again. He talking about that's why I'm on the iPad. You don't even have an iPad. But he just used to lie. But anyway, y'all, back to what I was saying about him getting locked up a second time. I'm calling him. Let me see what time this was. I think I was calling him. Oh, I went a whole day without talking to this nigga. He was MIA, nowhere to be found, right? No fucking where to be found. Nowhere to be found. The whole 24 hours, this nigga was nowhere to be found. Not on Insta. I don't think he was on Instagram or nothing. Nowhere to be found. So I'm calling him, blowing both of his phones down. Now I'm worried because I already know you got locked up before. And I don't know what the fuck going on out here. So I'm blowing his phone up. That shit got so bad to the point where I knew who his friends was and the boy who he called his brother was. And I reached out to both of his brother and his friend. And I'm like, did you, I forgot what the fuck I said to them. Because I don't know if once I talked to him, I unsent the messages or what. But I gotta go check. I gotta see. But I know I ended up writing both the boy he called his brother. I ended up writing his friend and stuff. Like, did you talk to Legion? Like, did you see Legion or talk to Legion? Like, da-da-da-da. Like, I'm like panicking and shit. So I'm a detective, like, especially when I fuck with somebody, I'm a detective. So I know who his main friends is, like who pictures he going to be under or something if they always post it. So he got this one friend, right? Remember the rapper boy I told you about? He got this one friend that he's like a consistent poster because he's a rapper. So it's like, you know, he posting his content every day. He posting new pictures every day, shit like that. I just so happened to click on a new picture he posts of the day. And look who fucking name I see under the picture. At the 24 hours of not calling me, not texting me, I didn't hear from you. You're not on Instagram, nothing. You didn't say nothing to me. I didn't see nothing. You didn't say nothing to me. But you on Instagram liking somebody's picture. Of course he tried to say that wasn't him. He tried to say, oh, I told you who got my page, da-da-da. But we're going to get to that. So I'm just posting these screenshots or whatever. So I said, you got me panicking, looking for you and calling around and writing people looking for you because I ain't talked to you in 2 fucking days. Damn, 2 days? And it probably wasn't. I don't think it was actually 2 days. It was just kind of technically was. I said, I ain't talked to you in 2 fucking days. Got me thinking something happened to you. Whole time you on Instagram dicking but not saying shit to me. Fuck you. I'm posting a screenshot. So he like, you don't even know what happened. Shut the fuck up. I don't even got my phones. Remember me and my mom was in the car the other night talking about on a gram. I was on a gram at 5 a.m. or whatever. So he calling me. I'm ignoring him. I'm about to show you. I never answer these calls. He just keep calling me. I don't got nothing to say to you. Eat a dick. Like, how the fuck is you? You know you didn't talk to me in 2 days, but you're on Instagram liking somebody's picture. Don't try to tell me that wasn't nobody. I'm not trying to hear none of that. So he called me or whatever. I'm not answering. So he like, the fuck, man, where you at? He calling me again. Not calling. I'm not answering or whatever. He calling me. I'm not answering nothing. So he like, fuck you, Lord. So he like, do me a favor and go with me to get my phones and wallets. I guess from the police station or whatever. Mind you, the other shit I didn't just reach out to the friends. I didn't just try to reach out to him. Yo, I was calling precincts and shit. This nigga had me, I'm calling precincts and shit. They had to give me his, what's that number that is called? What's that number called? Whatever the criminal number is, like the number that's attached to the criminal. Whatever number that is, not docket number. I don't know what that number is called. But whatever the number is, they gave me that number of his so I could call around and see, like, yeah, like, is Legion something, like, I'm calling precincts, prisons and shit, jails and shit. Like, yo, this nigga had me fucked up. Just for you to not even, just for you to get out and not even say shit to me. So I'm like, okay. So hold up, did I screenshot this part already? He had me fucked up, so he just kept calling me. So he telling me, he asking me where I'm at and shit. So he like telling me to come with him to go get his stuff and fuck you. So he like, I guess whatever he said, I took too long to respond. So he like, now you want to say something? I don't know. Long story short, he basically writing me, giving me excuses, talking about, you seen I was cool in the morning. You know, me and my mom got pulled over that same night. I talked to you, shaking my head. Basically telling me, I guess his mom had one. I don't know. I'm about to post a screenshot. And he like, and who was Dickie and watch your fucking mouth. He was like, and I already know that you was, oh, because I was telling him, because he had asked me, he said, you DM my brother. I said, him and your friend. I said, I unsent it when I seen you was cool in here, Dickie. And I said, I told you I thought something happened to you. So he said, you seen I was cool in the morning. You know me. He was telling me that or whatever. So then he was like, and who was Dickie and watch your fucking mouth. They already sent it to my gram. He said, I think your niggas seen, oh, he was saying, he said, I think your niggas, seen you sent it, because he basically, remember how I was telling you how him and how Legion and Low-Key, they got mutuals or whatever. So the boy that Legion called his brother is like real close to Low-Key or whatever, and I guess he got Legion brother Instagram on his phone. So I said, so when I said when I seen you was cool in here, Dickie and or whatever. So then he was like, I think your nigga seen you sent it to my brother the whole time. Your nigga got his account on his phone. So he'll always try to do say that, oh, your nigga talking about Low-Key. Like, he always used to do weird shit like that. He just always used to talk about him all the fucking time. So I said, when he said you seen I was cool, I said I didn't fucking see shit. Hold up, let me make sure I screenshotted this. I said I didn't fucking see shit. How the fuck I'ma see you cool if I didn't fucking talk to you? Is you retarded? I said I don't even care though. I just wanted to make sure you was cool. Now that I see you is, go ahead, cause that was weird as shit. Like, now I'm like, just go ahead. Like, now I'm cool on you cause you weird as shit. Like, you already burning me the fuck out. Now you think you about to do that weird shit? Like, he just weird. So he said, what was weird shit? Me getting locked up, that's weird. You knew I never not, he said, you know I would have never not talked to you. Fuck out of my face with that weird shit, dog. But now since you want weird shit, I will go ahead. Bye. Fuck. So he like, so I said, no. I said, that's not what I was saying. You missing the point. So I don't care to keep writing about this shit, talking about it. It burnt me out. I don't give a fuck. He said, I don't give a fuck either. Watch this. I said, watch what? It's not shit you could do to make me mad or nothing. You a little ass boy and you lie about everything. So I won't be surprised about nothing you do. The fuck? He said, please tell me what I lied to you about. You just disrespecting me. I said, it's irrelevant. Don't none of that shit matter now. So do what you gonna do. I'm watching, LOL. I'm watching, LOL. So he said, the fuck do you be talking about? Go ahead. But anyway, how the fuck I'm a liar? He said, you want to ignore and play this kid game? Okay. Because I was ignoring him. Like, I wasn't even writing him back. So I think I was just sending him voice messages. Nobody was ignoring you. I was doing something, but you was a fucking liar because you were trying to say you wasn't on Instagram till 5 in the fucking morning. Yes, the fuck you was. Yes, you was. And I know you was because I don't know why, but I'm like doing all kind of shit. I'm like trying to see where the fuck you at. I end up going to your fucking friend page. I'm like, let me see if somebody's saying fucking free him or some shit like that. I go to your friend page. I don't know what the fuck made me click on the picture that he took. But I click on the picture. I see you like the picture and comment on it. That shit said like 12 hours ago. By the time I seen it, it was like 11, 12 o'clock in the morning. 12 hours ago before that was like midnight. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you trying to say you wasn't on Instagram till 5 o'clock in the morning. Then if you saying somebody sent you my shit, sent you the message that I sent them, why the fuck would you let all that time go by and still not say nothing to me until I said something to you? That's weird as shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, what did you not getting? Then what got me was the fact that if you saying that you didn't get to a phone till this time and that time, what the fuck? How you find time to go like and comment on somebody's picture, but you didn't think that it would like make sense for you to write your girlfriend to let me know that you was cool and you just went a whole fucking 24 hours without talking to me, but you want to be under somebody's picture dickying? That's weird as shit. Why did you feel like you could do that and not say nothing to, like, why you felt like that was cool? Why you felt like that was okay? You know, every time you go the whole day without talking to me, I'm thinking something happened to you. You went like a whole day and a half without talking to me, so you know I thought something happened to you. So you ain't think that it made sense for you to shoot me a message, like, even if it was real quick, to say like, yeah, I don't got my phone or nothing, this such and such happened. You ain't say shit until I said something to you. That's weird as shit. And then you saying your brother or whoever sent you my message. So you ain't think to say nothing when they sent you the message? Like, you ain't think to write me then either? Like, I'm confused. You got an iPad or whatever the fuck you using. You could do all this other shit and could all of a sudden talk when I say something to you, but you ain't think to say nothing all that time before that. But your whole thing was you wanted to ask me, was I sure I was ready to be in a relationship and all this other weird shit. Like, nigga, you the fuck not. You not. Cause you don't know what to do. Like, you don't know how to, like, you not built for it or something. Like, I don't know what the fuck you used to. I was chopping him. I wasn't really chopping him. Just a little quick one too. But no, y'all hear me say, oh, you was the main one that was asking, am I sure I'm ready to be in a relationship? Because that was the other thing. Like, when he started feeling like I was talking to low key again, which I wasn't. It's like he kept, oh, you sure you ready to be in a relationship? Da, 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 da. Like, all this other cool shit. Like, nigga, you the fuck not ready to be in no fucking relationship. You're not ready. Don't say I'm not ready. You're not ready. Like, it ain't me. And that's why I said, like, you ain't built for no fucking relationship. So he telling me I'm slow. I said the only time I got on Instagram was at 5 when I got a phone. Can you read? So you thought it was okay so you thought it was okay for the first thing for you to do when you got a phone, knowing you ain't talking to me all that time. You thought it was okay for the first thing to do was for you to go on Instagram. Weird shit. Like, kid shit. So he said, I'm not going back and forth with you. You a fucking weirdo. I told you 4 other niggas got my account. You never told me 4 other niggas got your account. You told me 1 nigga got your account, but okay. He said, I told you 4 other niggas got my account. So he basically trying to say that that's who was liking and commenting pictures. If people got your account, I don't know how y'all do it, but I know if I got somebody else's account, it's one thing for me to be on people pages and stuff from that account, but I'm not going to be liking and commenting people pictures from somebody else's account. I'm not doing it because it's not mine at the end of the day. Fuck. So he's saying I'm slow and all this other stuff. He telling me, he listening to my voice messages telling me to just shut the fuck up and all this other shit. So I straight screenshotted. I gotta block this boy picture out because I can't let y'all know that. I screenshotted the friend picture and I said, I swear this was you, Dickie, in under this boy picture, but okay, LOL. He like, he said, you just a dumbass broad. I never commented, dickhead. Whole time I know you commented, but okay. I said, like, you weird as shit. Oh, this is what I was telling them. Oh, that's where I called the round house. I said, you weird as shit. I called the round house and everything. Got your, oh, that's what it's called, your PP number. I said, I got your PP number in my phone because they gave it to me. I really was trying to find you and all you had to do was say something. He said, you started something because you saw the early as shit. Ask first, dickhead. So I said, okay, I'll be there. I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck, I don't care about nothing you're talking about. Like, I don't give a fuck. So he like, I'm the only one. Huh? I'm the only one he don't know in my gang. You really, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, but he trying to say basically, because I kept calling him a dick eater, he was trying to basically say he wasn't a dick eater, but you was. So I said, you talking about all this irrelevant shit, you was dick eating, like I said. So what time your brother told you I wrote him, you said he been sent it to you, and you still chose to not say shit when you knew I was looking for you once he sent you there. I said, you're not gonna do shit, and he telling me he gonna come slap the shit out of me, and I said, you're not gonna do shit. So we just talking and shit. So he like, who was at the ranch? I don't know. I'm gonna insert the screenshots because this is just too much to read. But he was sending me voice messages. Yo, this was any situation.
Don't you hear this shit? She dumb as shit. She said, anybody that get locked up, go to the roundhouse.
Never said that.
Stupid as shit. That's wherever fucking area you in. Go to that district, you cockhead. You're just so slow. Like, niggas that get locked up don't go. I've never been to that roundhouse, and I've been booked a lot of time. I've never been to the roundhouse. The fuck?
First of all, bitch, I never said that. I said somebody told me to call the roundhouse because they said that's where niggas go before they get locked up. I didn't know what district to call, and somebody told me to call the roundhouse. Fuck are you talking about? I never said that. You the fuck dumb. Fuck wrong with you?
So whoever you got that information from, tell them go sit the fuck down and stop dickieing. Now that's dickieing. Going to the roundhouse, most likely if you catch a fucking homicide or attempt at something, you're going to get questioned for something, you dumbass. The fuck? I ain't getting questioned for no homicide or something. Like, you weird as shit. Yo, just stop texting me, bro. You fucking frying.
So I said, you talking about stop texting you. I tried to stop writing you 5 hours ago when I told you to go ahead. Go ahead. He said, I'm going to come slap the shit out you. He said, I'm going to come slap the shit out you. So I said, you won't. He said, you know I will. Shut the fuck up. I said, you still talking to me? Why? I'm confused. After that, he popped up. He popped up here, right? Literally right after that, he was calling my phone and I wasn't answering. I kept declining his calls. Next thing you know, he popped up. Next thing you know, he popped up. So he popped up here that night that all that shit happened and I was cursing him out. He popped up here or whatever and he stayed here. So dumb, because I should have never fucking let him stay here. But anyway, I think that was the night where he was scrolling through my Twitter and he had seen I was talking about him, and then I don't know, he was sending me screenshots. I don't fucking know. But yeah, so this was a screenshot of me saying something else to him, because he basically was trying to say, like, I basically was telling him, I said, I don't give a fuck about you sending me my tweets. I said, talk about these tweets, how you had met. Because I was sending him, like, the screenshots of when I said I couldn't sleep and stuff like that. And how I hate worrying. The thing you do when you get a phone is comment on it on your front picture before letting your girlfriend know what's going on. Big dick eater. So I just was chopping or whatever. So then he like, so he just was mad. Wait, oh no. Before he had popped up here, I think he was texting my tweets to me. That's what he was doing. He was texting my tweets to me, and that's when we were texting. And then that's when he said, I'm on my way to come slap the shit out with you. Like, so that was that or whatever. So I told him, he said, I'm mad as shit already. Why you want to piss me off? I don't give a fuck about you being mad, bitch. Like, so I said, it's cool. I said, you don't gotta worry about me pissing you off ever again. He like, what this mean? So whatever happened, he must have came here and did whatever the fuck he did, because now I'm texting him talking about I love you. I'm sorry for acting crazy. So y'all can read between the lines. I don't fucking know. But I'm like, because I think when he came here, we was arguing this. I don't know, y'all. Y'all can read between the lines. But anyway, that happened and shit. So when he had left or whatever, I was like, you still want to be with me? He like cut that out. So this is just so funny just looking back on all this. Because why was I ever in this? Like, this was any situation for me to be in. Like, ew. Like, oh my god. So we were just talking. I don't know, we was cool, I guess. Like, we was cool. All this stuff, I don't need to put none of this stuff in here. I gotta delete some more stuff off my camera though. I don't know, he texted me saying he missed me even though I broke up with him, blah blah blah. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I ain't know what he was talking about, and I'm like, what you mean I broke up with you? I said, if you want to be single, just say that, because I ain't never say I broke up with you. So I don't know, that was that or whatever. We just was talking and shit like that. So it's so crazy how so much shit happened in so little time. Like, that's insane to me.